All right. Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Kay. Okay, so this is the 13th of November 2022 on Sunday. So I will be sharing my analysis on the Forex and gold, WTI indices, and Bitcoin to prepare for our trades this week. So thank you so much for joining, and let me get started. So while I'm getting ready here, let me just give you one quick announcement, which is my SNS. I started the new Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, please follow me. Hold on, let me put the links on the description right now, because I newly created these accounts, and I will start to share the my daily lives. So okay, Instagram and the Facebook. I used to have Instagram and the Facebook accounts before, but I closed it because I got too many messages, and back then I was also busy with other things. But now I think it's a good time to start again, and that's why I created the new accounts and started to share some of the pictures and video clips, and yeah, my daily lives. So I just edited the description, so now you will be able to find the links on the Twitter account and the Facebook and Instagram. But one thing is that I don't do Telegram, I don't do TikTok. So in case if you see me on Telegram, on TikTok, they're all fake. So please be careful. So here is a new Facebook page I created, and this is my new Instagram. Oh, by the way, today there was a beautiful morning today, where I saw the nice Kumo cloud above above the cloud. This is sunrise, and it was very beautiful. So I took the video and shared it on this SNS. So like this, I start to share my daily life, what I found, what I see. I also may post some my trades analysis also. So yeah, feel free to follow me, and yeah, hope we can connect here. Okay, so now let me see who's here. Thanks for joining, everyone. Great to see you. All right, Tony Gold, TSM, thanks for joining. Michael, Ashish, good to see you. Crypto Raja, thanks for joining. Sachin and Archibald, thanks for joining also. Buta, SAS, Katarina, good to see you. All right, Rajesh, KH, Peter, thanks for joining also. Okay, Asif, thanks for joining as well. Great to see you. And Bokod, Elio, Win, Tri, and John, and everyone else, thanks for joining today. Okay, so now, since we have lots of markets to cover today, let me go ahead and open TradingView. And first, let me give you my impressions on the Forex markets. Like this, on the right, I have from Euro USD down to Swiss franc JPY. I have 21 pairs on my watch list. So today, let me focus on the weekly time frame, since weekly just closed, and the daily or the lower time frames, I will cover these during the weekday. So today, let me just cover the weekly time frame. So here's the Euro USD. Euro USD was bullish last week. As you can see, only within 1 week, it went up over 400 pips, near 460 pips. It went up all the way like this way. So yeah, it became bullish now because of the weak USD. If you saw the CPI in the US last week, there's a big spike, and last week was bullish on the Euro USD. So in my opinion, in my impression, I think USD remains weak in Forex and strong on stock markets. So this uptrend may be continuous. So I think in this case, the target is on the Senko span A on the Kumo on the weekly. So my view is bullish on this way. And you can see that on the daily or the lower time frames are bullish. So I will be following the bullish trend and continue to follow uptrend. But one thing on this one is the previous resistance and support. There was a resistance here on August this year and supports in June and May this year. And I think this is the key level. So the market may retrace Monday, Tuesday. So I'm simply waiting for the breakout on the daily or the lower time frames and take entries afterwards. So I put the alert above 1.0369, and once it triggers, I come back and look for the buying opportunities. But for these details, let me cover these next week sometime. But Euro USD I think is bullish, so I will continue to plan to buy. And next one is the Euro AUD. Euro AUD is now flat on the weekly, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, but there was a Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross, Chikou span breakout already happened, and the Kumo breakout already happened. So in this case, I simply wait for the breakout of the resistance, which is 1.5706, and plan to buy afterwards. And Euro GBP is ranging on the weekly. Now Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The price is below Kijun Sen, above Kumo. So that means this is the pure ranging market. So in this case, even if you see some trends, most likely I think it goes up. But even if you see some trends, the lower time frames tend to spiky. So most likely I will stay away from this pair until I see more stable trends on the weekly time frame. And then Euro JPY. Euro JPY retraced very much for the last 2 weeks. However, if you look at the Senko span A, it's up. And Kijun Sen is also up. So although last week was bearish, this week may be bullish. Now the market touched on the Tenkan Sen. So this time it may become a Tenkan Sen bounce and goes up this way. Yeah, so that's my analysis. I think Euro JPY is still bullish in my opinion. So next one is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD is also bullish on the lower time frames. And in terms of weekly, we have the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, Gold Cross. So I'm simply waiting for the breakout of the resistance 1.3714 and plan to buy afterwards. On the weekly time frame, I'm also waiting for the Chikou span breakout. When you see Chikou span breakout, that means the market is now bullish. And what I mean by bullish in terms of Ichimoku is buyers becomes dominant over sellers. So I always follow the dominant participants in the market. So once Chikou span breaks the resistances and also the candlestick breaks resistances, I'm planning to buy. So Euro CAD, most likely I will look at it this week and look for the buying opportunities. So next one is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc has been ranging right now. Hold on, let me just delete all these lines. So Euro Swiss franc is ranging on the weekly but bearish on the lower time frames. So if you're planning to sell in the smaller time frames, target is the weekly Kijun Sen on 0.9675. Yeah, so and there was a Kijun Sen rejection. So this may become a reverse in the wave continuously this way. So if you want to sell, if you're already selling it, then Tenkan Sen, the blue one, is a target. But if you want to sell in the future, then need to wait for the Tenkan-sen break on the weekly and sell. I think that will be safer in that strategy. Because this is Swiss franc. Swiss franc pairs, especially this year, has been very spiky on the lower time frames. So I think we need to be a bit more careful and have more extra confirmations to trade. So now let me move on to the USD based pairs. So USD JPY, yeah, look at this big bearish bar on the weekly. Yeah, last week it went down 800 pips, which is insane. This is, I think, I don't really see this 1 week over 800, almost 900 pips down is unlikely because of the USD is getting weaker. That's why it's going down also. And as per weekly chart, it actually is on or below the weekly Kijun-sen. So I think downtrend will be continuous. So lower time frames, we see downtrend like a daily chart, 4-hour chart, they are downtrending. So my bias is bearish. If it continues to be bearish, I will continue to look for the selling edge on this one. Yeah, so USD/JPY is downtrend in the lower time frames. But on the weekly, the target is on the weekly Kumo, Senko span A in this case. So next one is the USD/CAD. USD/CAD is very close to USD/JPY, but technically it's still on the Kijun-sen. So USD/CAD may bounce and goes up, but USD/JPY may continue to down because it broke the Kijun-sen technically. If you look at the close price on this candlestick, it closed below the Kijun-sen technically, but USD/CAD again is on the Kijun-sen, so it may bounce. Monday, Tuesday may range, or engulfing inside bars may happen until it breaks bearish. But this one also overall is bearish, I think, so I think downtrend will be continuous. So next one is the USD Swiss franc. USD Swiss franc was all the way down bearish also because of the weak USD. Last week it went down 580 pips down. Yeah, very big downtrend are happening on the USD pairs. But overall is range. So that means we can't trust this downtrend. We can't trust that the downtrend will be continuous on this one. The reason is because Kumo flat Senko span A is retracing because Tenkan-sen is going down, but Kijun-sen is flat. Chikou span broke the candles, so this is more of bearish, but there is a support and the previous resistances. So that means the market might bounce and goes up. So that's my expectation this week. If it breaks, I mean, if next Friday, if the weekly candlestick closes below the support of 0.9371, then from 2 weeks onwards, I will look for the selling chance. But for now, since weekly is flat, this is basically ranging like this, ups and downs. Unless it breaks, I will stay away and focus on the USD/JPY or USD/CAD lower time frames to trade. So next one is the pound-based pairs. So here is a pound USD. Pound USD nicely broke the resistance on the weekly, so it's up on the daily and the lower time frames. So target is 1.2281, and I think this breakout was significant. It broke the previous resistance and the support, the key level. So I think the market goes up to the next resistance, and this may happen this week. So my bias is bullish on this one. And here is the pound JPY. Pound JPY is a bit tricky situation now, simply because the Kumo, if you look at the Kumo shape, it's really thin and flat, right? Usually Kumo looks thicker like this or here, but the this part of the Kumo is extremely thin, like flat. And when you see the flat Kumo while it's ranging, that means it's really ranging and we can't really tell which way it's going. In the short term, it's been bearish for the last 2 weeks, but this downtrend may not last. So this week may be doji or engulfing is my view. So Pound JPY is not the good pair to trade. I think we need to focus on other stably trending pairs or other big bearish bars like USD JPY. Also, Chikou span is retracing back to the candles. So here, Chikou span trace was happening. Sometimes you see Chikou span exactly traces the previous candles, so it works really well. Gold was also the case too, but here, Pound JPY, there was a Chikou span trace, and then it broke over here, and then retraced back suddenly, and now it's going down. So the market is really into range. So I can expect downtrend in the short term, but it may take time to reach Kijun Sen on the weekly, because again Kumo is very thin. So it may be spiky, ranging, and then finally reach back to Kijun Sen is my view. So if you want to trade Pound JPY, you need to have a bigger stop loss and requires patience to run profits, I think, this week. So most likely I will stay away for this one. Moving on to Pound CAD. Pound CAD is ranging right now. We have bullish bearish bars one by one since September on the weekly, so the market is really choppy. So simply waiting for the breakout of the weekly resistance, which is 1.5803, and look for the buying edge afterwards. So most likely Pound CAD I stay away unless it breaks. And Pound AUD is very much the same as the Pound CAD, simply waiting for the break of the resistance and also the Senko span B and Kijun Sen, the past Kijun Sen level, which is 1.8198, and buy afterwards. I think if it breaks that level, the market will be stably bullish. But until it breaks, it spikes. It ranges and spikes. So simply waiting for that resistance breakout on this Pound AUD. Okay, moving on to Pound Swiss franc. This one is now ranging. I put up a roll because I was expecting the market breaks resistance 2-3 weeks ago, but it's now retracing back. So in this case, I simply delete these lines, and most likely I will stay away. In the lower time frames, it's bearish, so you can follow downtrend and target to the weekly Tenkan Sen 1.0866, but that will be more for the short-term trade, and I prefer to focus on more stable trending markets on this one. So now let me move on to AUD based pairs. So here is the AUD USD. So AUD USD retraced back to Kijun Sen. So this is very interesting situation now. So since it's back to weekly Kijun Sen, we need to wait for the breakout. Otherwise, it will be resisted and the market continuously goes down. So we see lower time frames are bullish on AUD USD, but these trends may not so really trustable. There was also previous supports on this level of 0.6724. So yeah, just be careful. Just wait for the break. In this case, you can simply wait for the break on the daily time frame above 0.6724, the weekly Kijun Sen, and buy afterwards this week. That's possible. And target on 0.6918. So yeah, AUD USD, we'll see if it breaks or retraces. And next one is the AUD-CAD. AUD-CAD is technically broke the Kijun Sen, and I think this is bullish. Technically speaking, it's bullish because of this Kijun Sen breakout on the weekly chart. So Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. So once it breaks Kijun Sen, I think it goes up to Kumo or the previous resistance level, which is 0.9106, and then retraced back to Kijun Sen again, while Kijun Sen remains flat like this. So this is my scenario. And another reason why I think this bullish trend will be continuous is because of these two previous dojis and engulfing breakouts. Yeah, for the last second previous and third previous candles are dojis, and doji means range on this week. This is a weekly time frame, so 2 weeks were ranging. And why this is significant is that while they are ranging for 2 weeks, there are so many stop loss orders above and below these two dojis. And last week, it broke bullish. So buyers are dominant in this market over sellers. So from these candlestick patterns and also the candlestick close above Kijun Sen, I think that will be bullish this week. So if I see nice uptrend on this one, I plan to buy. Alright, so next one is the AUD-JPY. AUD-JPY has been ranging the whole time. The lower time frame is also ranging, so simply I will stay away. And too many wicks on the weekly chart, so you can tell that the market is really tricky. And spread is a bit higher than other pairs on this one, so most likely I will stay away. And next one is the AUD-Swiss franc. AUD-Swiss franc is basically bearish but ranging in this direction. So the market may go down if it breaks, or if it breaks resistance, it goes up to Kijun Sen. And we can't really tell which way it's going on this one, so I'd rather stay away. But my bias is downtrend. I think the market goes down because of this Tenkan-sen situation. The market has been resisted by the Tenkan-sen for the last 2 weeks. So I think the market goes down. So sellers are dominant in the short term. And Senko span A is also down. Kijun Sen below the candles. So if I see downtrend in the lower time frames, the lower means a daily or the 4-hour charts, then I think I will follow that. But if it breaks resistance, I may not follow uptrend because usually the market spikes and choppy, and Kijun Sen may come to the candles and touch, because Kijun Sen will come down in about 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. 3 weeks. Kijun Sen points down. So yeah, I don't think I will trade to buy on this one, but if it goes down, I will plan to sell. Yeah, so that's the AUD-Swiss franc, and let me move on to CAD-JPY. CAD-JPY is about to break the Kijun Sen and the support on the weekly. I think that will be significant. Now Kumo flat, Kijun Sen is slightly up, but so it may be supported and goes up this week, but I think it goes bearish because of the CAD-JPY has been bearish last week. So if it breaks support of 104.607, then for sure I will plan to sell in the lower time frames. But if it goes bullish this week, it may be difficult to trade because that will be against the lower time frame direction. Okay, so next one is the CAD-Swiss franc. CAD-Swiss franc is nice also because it broke the support on the weekly. You see that there was a nice support. So it broke last week, but there were some minor wicks also here. So just to be safer, you want to wait for the break of the 0.7089. So this is where I called it support zone instead of calling support line, because that's a zone. So whenever I see the lines, I draw the line like this and I say support is here 0.7114, but if you zoom out the candle, you see other supports, but still close. So technically I'm watching this area as zone and waiting for the breakout of that zone bearish. So we'll see. If it breaks, I think that downtrend will be continuous. So that's a CAD Swiss franc. And the next one is the Swiss franc JPY. It has been ranging. Weekly is now bullish, so it may break bullish, but if you look at the candles, too many dojis and too many wicks up and down, and you can tell that the market has been really spiking, choppy, and ranging in the lower time frames. So most likely this week I will stay away. So that's my overview on the Forex pairs. I hope you get the idea of what you can expect this week. So now let me move on to AU, USD, and WTI. And then I will move on to indices and then Bitcoin. Okay, so here is the gold. In gold, this is now bullish. Lower time frames, daily 4 hour, you see bullish. So weekly is broke the Kijun Sen, and the target, initial target is 1807.92. Yeah, 1807.92, and expecting the ultimate target to be the Senko Span B, which is 1874.42, and it's possible to go to that level. I think it's possible. So we'll see. There was a nice W bottom and neckline breakout last week, so I think this uptrend will be continuous. So if I see nice opportunity on gold this week, I will plan to buy and hold, hopefully hold for a long term. Okay, because this is, I think, this might be a market reverse. If you look at the market like this as a bigger picture, there was a big double top and neckline was here. Neckline was here on the 1675.78. So when I see the neckline breakout here around September this year, I thought downtrend will be continuous. So I didn't trust this break of the neckline because it was still resisted by the Kijun Sen, and I thought the market breaks bearish this way. But last week it changed. Last week it broke bullish very strongly because of the CPI in the US news and lots of other factors. The gold went up very much. So I think this will be the sign for the new uptrend in gold. So in this case, that means this double top was rejected, and from here we may start to see a new bullish market, bullish end waves from here. And this W bottom on the daily chart, a neckline break could be a sign of the new uptrend, and that's why I'm planning to buy and hold gold for now. So let's see, if I trade gold, then I will share it next week sometime. Okay, so now next one is WTI. WTI has been ranging and there's no trends on the weekly or daily, so I simply stay away. It may retrace back to Kijun Sen or Senko Span B, but we can't really tell which way it's going. Okay, now let me move on to indices. So we have lots to cover today. Okay, so yeah, let's keep it going. Okay, thanks for joining everyone. Great to see you. I hope you have a great weekend today. Okay, so here is Nikkei 225 Japan index, and this is range. Lower time frames are uptrending. Daily broke the Kumo and the previous resistances. So lower time frames bullish, but when it comes to indices, I recommend you to check the weekly time frames. And weekly on the Nikkei still shows its range because Kumo flat and very thin Kumo. When you see the thin Kumo like this, it's really flat and ranging. So although we saw the big bullish bar last week, it may turn bearish anytime soon. If you saw this, if the Kumo was the thick and flat Kumo like this, then the uptrend may be continuous this way. But since we are having the thin and flat Kumo like this, the retracement can happen anytime. And plus Tenkan-sen flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span is above the candles but very close. So to me, this is still range until we see a bullish Kumo up like this way. So I don't think Nikkei is the good timing to buy it. But we need to focus on other better uptrending indices. So Dow Jones weekly is about to break the Kumo, which is a good sign. On the daily it's bullish already, but weekly is about to break the Kumo. So if you're not trading yet, you need to wait for the Kumo breakout and buy. Maybe after Kumo breakout, you want to wait for this doji break from August, which is, hold on, let me delete the line. Doji break 34271 and buy afterwards. So next one is Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq is a bit ranging still. Among all the US indices, I think Nasdaq is the weakest because if you look at the daily quickly, daily chart is in the Kumo like this. So although we see W bottom and neckline breakout, this is not trustable. This is a daily time frame, but W bottom neckline break in price action wise, I think the market goes bullish, but the price is in the Kumo, so that means it spikes. It tends to spike. So to be safer, you need to wait for the daily Kumo breakout and buy afterwards. And coming back to the weekly chart, if the daily Kumo breakout happens, most likely that will be the retracement to the Kijun-sen on the weekly. So wait for the Kijun-sen breakout on the weekly and target to the resistance or the Kumo. But it will take longer. I don't think it's going to happen this week. So to be safer, you can just stay away from Nasdaq. And S&P is, I think, a better situation. Yeah, S&P broke the Kijun-sen already, and it's gone up to the weekly descending trend line. So target in this case is around 4125 or the previous resistance of 4156. I think that will be the target. So yeah, among US indices, S&P 500 is good, and Dow Jones is also good because it's about to break. Dow Jones is the strongest one, and S&P follows, and Nasdaq still range. That's what we can tell from Ichimoku on the weekly time frame. So now moving on to Euro stocks. Euro stock is also good because it broke the previous resistance on the weekly. Two resistances broke, and it's about to break the Kumo Senko Span B. So I think this is now bullish. Yeah, I may plan to buy Euro stocks instead of US indices. This one also looks good, but we will see. You know, I'm thinking diversify my asset into stock markets because I only trade Forex. Because I was planning to trade stock markets indices this year, but because of this downtrending situation, I stayed away. But finally, I start to see some new Kumo breakouts on some indices. So yeah, I'm now looking for some buying edge on one of these indices. Okay, so now next one is a FTSE 100. FTSE 100 is still ranging a bit bearish because it's been resisted by the descending trend line. So need to wait for the breakout and buy. And CAC France is bullish also. It's about to break the resistance. Already broke the Senko span B, so I think it breaks the resistance and goes up this week. So CAC France is bullish. And German 40, DAX index, this one is also bullish. Lower time frames, daily chart, 4 hour, they are bullish, and weekly is about to break the Kumo. So just to be safer, just wait for the Senko span B breakout and buy. And it may break the previous resistance level of 14,711.4 and continuously goes up. Okay, and here's Nifty chart. I see some requests in Nifty. So here's Nifty. Nifty is bullish now. So finally broke the resistances and it's going up. However, right now there was a previous resistance level which is from January this year on 18,348.90. So just wait for the breakout on the daily time frame on that level, and expected target is all-time high, which is 18,603.75. But since this is bullish, I think it breaks the resistance and goes up, because the Senko span A is bullish, and Kijun Sen is pointing up, Tenkan Sen is also up, and Chikou span above candles on the weekly time frame. So now this is bullish. I think this uptrend will be continuous and it may break the all-time high and continuously bullish on this one. Okay, and next one is AU200. This one is also bullish after this W bottom and the neckline breakout. It's now bullish and about to break the Kumo. So as expected, it went up, so I moved up arrow above the Kumo now. So just make sure you wait for the Kumo breakout, which is 72.27.1. Just wait for the breakout and buy afterwards. So I delete down arrow because there's no more downtrend. Now it starts to break bullish. So looks like all the markets, almost all the stock markets are bullish mode. And finally, Hang Seng Index. Hang Seng has been bearish, and it is still bearish on the weekly. Last 2 weeks were bullish, and it may reach back to the Kijun Sen, but then before that there was support. So simply it may retrace back to 18,222.06 or near level, and then still may reverse down. So Hang Seng to me is still overall downtrend until it breaks Kijun Sen. Okay, so that's my overall analysis on the indices. Okay, I hope you still follow me. Yeah, there are too many information on Sunday's live streams because I will cover all the pairs, all the markets. So I'm kind of going too fast. Okay, so finally, let me check the Bitcoin, BTC USD. So BTC USD, after what happened due to the big news last week, now it's bearish. It broke the support level of 17,355, and now it's bearish. So weekly shows its downtrend, and I think this downtrend will be continuous, is my opinion. So for the Bitcoin, weekly is down because simply Kumo, Kumo is down, Senko span B down, Senko span A is down, and Kijun Sen is pointing down, Tenkan Sen is also down, and Chikou span below the candles, right? So this is downtrend. If this were Forex, I would always look for the selling chance. But since it's crypto, I'm not really sure because I don't trade cryptos at all. But due to technical analysis, this is downtrend. And since there was a big news last week, let me also check the daily time frame since it's moving today. So daily also shows that this is downtrend. It broke the support. And then after that, if you look at these candles, these are multiple engulfing candles. You see this, the bearish candlestick on 9th of November has been including 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. And the bullish candlestick on the 10th has been including 1, 2, 3 candles, and 11th of November candle, bearish, has been including 2 candles. So we have multiple layers of engulfing inside bars, which is kind of rare, but this is very dangerous, I think, because if it breaks towards either direction, it goes really fast. And since it's bearish, I think it breaks the support level of 15,656.21 and goes down. So just watch out. Yeah, again, I don't really follow fundamentals, so I don't really know deeper level of what's happening. But if it breaks next week for any reasons, I think downtrend will be continuous. And technical analysis shows that this is downtrend. It may break the support. But even if it breaks Kijun-sen and this the resistance of this engulfing, there's a Kumo here. So after that breakout, most likely it will be range. So this breakout bullish is not trustable, but if you can sell somehow, then I think like Forex, if you can sell and make profits, I would be selling this one. So target is, let's see, for the target, there was, so, you know, there's no supports. All the way down the support, the clear support was, I think, yeah, 1034.8 around, but in between there are some minor resistances and bounces and engulfing breakouts. So until the market reaches down to 10134.81, it may bounce on here on 12,900, because this one was engulfing inside bar, and inside works also as support resistances. So you see this inside, this is outside and inside. So that means there are still buyers who bought the market in these areas still may have stop losses below this inside or below that doji. So if the market breaks and goes down, it may go down to 12,900 as the first target, and then may go down all the way to 10,134, which is the second target. But yeah, I think that will be the future, long future story. So that will be to be. So yeah, I think for now, the real focus is whether the market breaks the support or not, or it's engulfing or not on the daily chart. Okay, so that's the Bitcoin analysis. Okay, so now I covered everything, all the markets. So finally, let me cover the news for this week. So for the news website, I'm using fxstreet.com. You can Google it and check on the calendar and simply select the this week and click apply, and you can get all the news for this week. So Monday there's no big news. Tuesday the 15th we have a GDP report in Japan and RBA minutes meeting in Australia, and some climate count change, unemployment rate in UK. and also another GDP report in Euro. And Wednesday 16th, we have CPI in UK. And also retail sales in the US. Retail sales might be impacting the market in the US. So just watch out. And BOE, monetary policy, will be there in the UK. And consumer price index also in Canada. And another speech, president of ECB, Lagarde's speech in Euro. And November 17th on Thursday, we have another unemployment rate in Australia. And that's it. On Friday, we have another ECB, President Lagarde's speech in Euro, and that's it. So I think the biggest news for this week is going to be retail sales in the US and some other CPI and unemployment rates. Just be careful. So 30 minutes before the news happens, just stay away and come back 30 minutes after the news. And once market settles and once you start to see some new trends, then you look for the opportunities afterwards. Okay, so that's my overview on these markets. So now let me check some comments for the next couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so. Let me check some comments. So again, I started the new SNS, Facebook and Instagram, and you can see the links on the below description. So please follow me. I keep posting some daily life video clips and pictures, so feel free to follow me and feel free to connect. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I see some interesting comments about the markets. Okay, so basically all the markets I covered already in Forex, 21 pairs in Forex and gold, WTI, indices, and the Bitcoin. So unless it's some additional questions, please review the archive and find my analysis. Okay, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. It's a nice and relaxing Sunday today. That's right. Today I had offline meeting with the GTS graduates and Ichimoku member. Physically, we met in Dubai here in this building, and we had such a nice talk. We talked about some Ichimoku. I shared Ichimoku original books, and also some discussions about psychology, FOMO, and take profits too early. Psychology parts we talked, and that was such a nice discussion. So okay, so thank you for joining everyone. I missed Gamble. I missed the Gamble event which was happening in Burj Park yesterday and today. I was busy, so I wasn't able to go down and check the event. There were so many nice cars, nice sports cars parked in downstairs in the park. So I was only seeing that through the glass, through the window, but I wasn't able to physically be there. Okay, Ryuji says, so your last video about not yet means already means not yet. I think it's the same with be fearful when others are hopeful and be hopeful when others are fearful. That's right. That's basically the same idea. Right. So that was also an interesting discussion on yesterday's live stream on Saturday. I shared that proverb and discussed about the psychology yesterday. Okay. I think Ichimoku works on Bitcoin. Yes, I'm using the default Ichimoku settings. Default means Tenkan Sen 9, Kijun Sen 26, and Senko span B52, displacement 26. I'm using the default settings of Ichimoku and it works. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right, John. Thank you for reminding. It's about to be reaching 60k subscribers in my YouTube channel. So I thank you so much for your continuous support and participations on these live events. So yes, once it reaches 60k, I will be doing another special live stream. And hopefully it happens soon. Hopefully it happens before the year end, so that I will be doing the celebration. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, Kevin says, when a pair breaks out of Kumo Senko Koten Gyakuten, is there no need to wait for the Kumo twist and for Senko span AB, Senko span A, Senko span A angle to face upward or downwards before looking for an entry edge? No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can simply take the Senko Koten Gyakuten signals and take trades. So you don't have to wait for the Kumo twist, but what you may have to wait for is the resistance or the breakout, resistance or the support level breakouts after the Kumo break. If there is resistance close, then you may want to wait for that breakout. I think I saw some example on the weekly chart for this. Let me see. So yeah, Kumo breakout means all the terms from long term to mid term to short term participants are bull biased. So simply that's what Kumo breakout means. So if it happens, that's a bull market. But still the market may be reacted by the resistance and support in higher time frames. So you want to wait for these breakouts. Yeah, sorry, I don't think I can find a good example, but yeah, that's usually the case. Maybe this is the good example. So you see the Kumo breakout. Let's say this is the Euro USD weekly chart, and last November the market broke the Kumo, and then it bounced here on this previous support in June 2020. So if you are, let's say here, you want to wait for the breakout and sell because the market may retrace. And if support is close to the breakout, let's say here, then it may retrace and then breaks. So if the support is close after the breakout of the Kumo, you need to wait for the break of the support or the resistances. Okay. Oh, 3SB says, how can make my candles same as yours? Oh, these candle colors? It's very simple. You can actually set the colors on the chart. So I don't like to use green and red because green and red are having color bias. Green means to go, red means to stop, right? So I used to set green and red, and whenever I see green candles, my psychology became too positive. And whenever I see the red candles, my psychology became too negative. So I used to miss opportunities or over traded on these colors. And that's why I only have white and blue colors. But to be honest, if I analyze my own, I prefer all the white candles. All the white candles so that I don't have bias in the colors in candles. But because of the live stream purposes, I color blue on the bearish bars. But the colors are really simple. Let me see. Yeah, like this is my color. Body, white, and blue, borders, white, wicks, white. That's it. It's really simple. Yeah, I used to trade all the white candles before until I start the live streams on YouTube. I used to color all the white candles like this and did my analysis. But still you can see the direction of the markets because you have Ichimoku lines. So in terms of the price actions and waves, if you can read the wave directions, you know whether this is the bearish bars or bullish bars. So it's really interesting how colors impact our psychology. Red also means to stop, and also means greed, and means power, and means aggression, aggressive. So yeah, we have to be neutral, no bias in the market. So yeah, I prefer all the white candles for me. Let's see, let me check some other comments. Bank Nifty, okay, let me see. Bank Nifty chart is, I think I have it here, yeah. Bank Nifty is bullish. Oh, it broke the resistance nicely. Okay, so it's bullish now. So this is weekly. Kumo is up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above candles. So just like with the upper row, last week it broke the resistance and now it's uptrend. So, and this is, I think, all-time high, right? Nifty shows all-time high now, so this is the beginning. You see a little dinosaur. This is the beginning of the era for this market, and it has been bullish all the way. So now it's uptrend. Yeah, so here you can follow uptrend. As long as it goes, you follow and continuously trail the profits along the way. Yeah, so Bank Nifty broke the all-time high and now it's bullish. Okay, so we have lots of breakouts, lots of new trends these days. Finally, we start to see some active and trending markets to follow. Usually Forex pairs tends to have more trends after October, but this year, this is in the mid of November, finally we start to see some trends. Last year I remember I had some nice pips on October, but not this year. And for the this year until April, I had some nice trends. So next year we may see some nice trends until April, but we will see. And usually summertime, the market becomes very quiet. Okay, Vin says, if price is above the cloud but the C-span, Chikou span, is below the cloud, should you take a trade or wait until Chikou span above the cloud also? You don't have to wait for the Chikou span above the cloud. You can just take trades when the Chikou span above candles. So like in this example, you see the Chikou span break above candles, and this was the perfect time to buy, which happened here. You can wait for the Kumo breaker also, so I think this will be also a nice timing to buy. But if you trade with the Chikou span break, this will be the buying edge. I think this was a nice ascending P wave. So if you see ascending P wave, Chikou span break, I think that will be a good chance to expect the market breaks Kumo and the resistance. So always combine with the Ichimoku confirmations and the price actions. Yeah, on the original books also, Goichi Hosoda, the creator of Ichimoku, also said we need to use the price actions to trade along with the Ichimoku. So that's what I recommend. Okay. Zakir says, do you take counter trend entries, or you always follow the trends? I always follow the trends. Always follow the trending market directions. Okay, thank you for joining, everyone. Oh, Riot, thank you for the comment. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. EuroCAD is showing the Sanyaku. Okay, let me check. EuroCAD, which is here. EuroCAD, you mean a daily time frame? No, weekly, yeah, it may happen. If the Kumo breakout happens, then that will be the Sanyaku Koten signal, yeah. But it takes a long. I think it may take towards the end of this year, or it may happen next year. Okay, so now I think I will end the live in a few minutes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and joining on this Sunday's forecast live stream. So yeah, usually Mondays are my day off, so tomorrow I usually don't trade. I still check charts, but even if I see some nice trendy markets and nice confirmations, I stay away because my psychology, I don't want my psychology to be there, but to enjoy my life on Mondays. Mondays, usually the market momentum is weak and the trend happens very slowly, so it's I tend to stay away. But tomorrow I may trade because we see some nice new breakouts and new trends. So yeah, if I see some new trends, I think I will take a trade tomorrow. So, but still relax the day. Still relax. Recently, I like to visit the parks after sun goes down and enjoy the air. It's really nice. It's really peaceful moment. I see kids playing and men's and women's are running on the track, and some laughing voices. It's so relaxing. So yeah, I like to go there and just relax my day. So yeah, so when I look charts, I have to be on a PC. So most likely I won't take trades in screen charts by mobile tomorrow. But yeah, that will be my plan. So yeah, again, thank you so much for joining, everyone. Yeah, if you liked it, please press the like button before you leave, and please subscribe and click the bell button on so that you get notified when I do the next live or video uploads. So I hope you have a great rest of the weekend and hope we all get some nice pips this week. Okay, so once again, thanks so much, and until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Alright, mata ne, thank you so much.